I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Jack Tao, the CEO of Phemex. Jack, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, Ashton.
You're very welcome. I'd love to kick off the interview by having you briefly explain your background in trading and finance and how that led to you starting Phemex.
So, my personal background, I have worked for Morgan Stanley for 11 years, mainly on the electronic equity trading business. So, my main area is to building high throughput, low latency, large scale trading platforms. And I have been passionate about blockchain since 2017.
Very nice. And could you talk a little bit about Phemex and the exchange? What makes it so unique and how have you driven so many users to the platform?
Yeah, it's impressive. So our main website launched like only 7 months ago. So the main reasons that help us to become one of the fastest growing company is first is our team that we all very have strong technology background. My team, majority part of my team come from Morgan Stanley. We're all developers, and I was the global dev leader for our algo trading team, and our system connect to almost all the major exchanges in the world. And the second thing is that at very early stage that we understand how to build exchange that need to put your reputation very on a critical role. And we always treat our client first, and that's one of the very first our core value. And this is all we believe, and we think this has driven us to build a trustworthy platform. And third thing is, we have amazing marketing team and operation team, and we're always seeking mutual benefits with our partners and vendors and other platforms. And we always work with respect for traders and the leading platforms. That's also another main facts.
That's great, and I'm glad that you're putting your users first. And there seems to be a surge of users and traders moving into the cryptocurrency industry, especially with all the market volatility and the pandemic happening at the beginning of 2020. How has that affected Phemex, and have you seen a lot of growth in your users and the trading throughout this year?
Yeah, derivatives trading in cryptos started earlier back to 2014, but since 2017, we see user surge in 2018, 2019, and also no surprise this year because the volatility, and this is and also people. There's more and more people starting to know about cryptos, blockchain, and they're seeking for a platform to trade, to invest into this new assets. And we're expecting that the user growth like at least doubled every year. That's our expectation. Yeah.
That's great. And one of the most important aspects of cryptocurrency exchanges generally is the security of the funds, especially, and of the personal information of the traders. Can you talk about any of the measures that Phemex puts in to protect user funds and to protect the personal information?
Yeah, there's many things that to ensure the security. So cold wallet. So we have our own HD wallet. We use most of our funds is in cold wallet system, and we do have hot wallet as well, but that's only a small portion. But the cold wallet is not the only thing. And you know that the team to build exchange, you need a very strong engineer team, and they provide a good quality of the in terms of code and well-rounded testing. And the third thing is that we hire a third party security team to audit us regularly. Every new product, every new features, we will have them to test with us to give us thorough reports, and we will fix it immediately. So these three steps at least guarantee the basic things. We also have a human scrutiny for all the withdrawals. So every withdrawal, we have an automatic robot policy check to make sure that there's no obvious abnormal behavior. We also have a human check for large withdrawal that we have managers to sign off. So the entire process make sure that we don't have any kind of security issues.
Wow. That's great to know. And one thing that I personally find very interesting about Phemex is that you've implemented this zero spot trading fee, where people can trade for free essentially, but you have a special premium subscription. Can you talk a little bit about how you've marketed this and why it's so attractive?
Yeah, this is nothing new. That it's just like Costco, right? Everyone like Costco, like Netflix. You only pay very small fees, but you have all the privilege to get all the benefits from the platform, right? So when we're looking into this industry, that exchange that lots of exchanges charge too much fees from clients, especially for retail clients. That majority of their P&L is contributed to the trading fees. And we think it's a trend. We learned the lessons from the traditional market. Back to last year October, that a majority of the retail brokerage announced that they go zero fees for retail customers, right? And that's the trend we believe will happen sooner or later in cryptos as well. And also for blockchain, people seeking for cheap, fast, secure transactions, right? For exchange, it's a main road to discover the values. If they charge a huge amount of a fee, that's not good things. Even for centralized service, we have the ability to help user to save fees. So that's one of the important functionality and the responsibility for exchange. And this is what we think that could help, and also that we still have our perpetual contracts, which help a company to generate revenues and to maintain the operation. So the spot trading is only a small part of our revenue, and it won't impact our daily operations at all.
That's great. And the derivative trading is obviously a huge market, but in the spot trading, for example, large exchanges like Binance and KuCoin, they have actually created their own cryptocurrencies and integrated that into the platform for a fee reduction. Did you look at that with Phemex in terms of creating a cryptocurrency to reduce fees? And do you think that's the proper way to go about it, or how did you approach that?
So yes, platform tokens is very popular, and lots of exchanges provide that. But we look into this, we see in a different way. So first, to have a successful first service, to have a well-rounded service for customers, platform tokens is not essential, right? It's a nice to have, it's not essential, right? We can build a very good service without any token issued. And the third thing is, if you want to reduce the fees, that we can reduce fee in many other ways. So tokens is also not necessary. But tokens has a good thing about that. They can promote the platform, right? They can save the cash flow for the company, and also they can help the user to participate the growth of the company, to have a piece of the more like a sharing the profit and growth for the company. That's another new thing. We're actively looking into that. So Phemex, right now, we don't issue our tokens right now, but we're actively looking into it. We want to find a best way to if we want to issue, and then we want to find the best way to provide this to customers to truly benefit them, right? So that's my opinion.
That's great. And that's interesting that you're looking into that. And that leads me to my next question about, what else do the users and the traders have to look forward to? I know the platform's fully working right now, but I'm guessing that you have some product development of maybe new possible functions and features that are coming for Phemex. Do you have any insight into the rest of the year and beyond on what to expect?
Yeah, there are many things where we're planning that, as you can see, that we already launched the credit card purchasing for a certain amount of regions, right? So, and we are keep connecting more third parties to provide this kind of service, so people have easier access to our platform instead of the only way previously is you can only deposit the cryptos into our platform. Now you can use credit card to purchase cryptos and trade directly. Another thing is that we are connecting with more and more institutional clients. They provide the liquidity, they increase our volume, and which is one of the important things that we're currently doing. We try to be more transparent and help them to reduce fees, give them better customer service, right? In the end, that when the institutional provide liquidity, it also benefits for the retail clients, since that they have less slippage and that the execution will be faster and better. And regarding the production wise, that we have a lot of things. So the purpose is that we want to build a bridge between the crypto financial and the traditional financial world. And this is very important that we want everyone, I think in 5 or 10 years, we want to have the ability provide to the users that they have the ability for the crypto holders, they can invest all the assets, good assets around the world. So we are listing more cryptos in our spot exchange, so that our premium member can trade almost all the cryptos they like, and we also add more contracts, futures, perpetual contracts, all our pipeline options. That's those powerful tools can help all the customers to take opportunities and hedge their risks.
That's great to see all of these new functions coming in. And you mentioned having more access, and integrating fiat as well is super important for onboarding. And I guess I have a question regarding that, because when you do integrate fiat, then usually more regulation and compliance comes into place for the exchanges. And I'm guessing Phemex is on board with the proper regulation and compliance. But do you see that as a hurdle or a barrier to entry that makes it harder for exchanges to be able to onboard more users, or do you see it as an advantage that it brings more safety and security to attract more users?
Right. So this actually had 2 parts. So the first part is that while we're using the third-party vendors, so the third-party vendors will do the KYL, they serve the local customers, they will do the KYC and the money laundering checks, etc., for the customers, for our platform. So it's to make up our job easier. Right. And also we don't want to build like a too big to fall company to do everything by ourselves. Right. We want to like build a relationship with other companies. The second question is if the regulation become a barrier for this industry. I think compared to the traditional market, it's not that severe as traditional markets. For traditional markets in North America, it's almost impossible for a new startup to enter this financial world, right? The regulation, the paperwork they have to go through, it's almost impossible. That's they cost, even for lawyers, they have to pay thousands, many monies to them to build opinions, to have some new ideas. That's a problem for traditional market in the United States, right? Also in many other countries, right? But for crypto, it's relatively easier, right? People believe that the technology, the blockchain technology can do a lot of good things, innovate a lot of good ideas to provide those security functionality that traditional market fail to deliver. That's the most important thing. That's why we believe in blockchain and Bitcoin. That's the most important thing. And luckily that because the market is still relatively small, market capital for total coins is only, I didn't remember the number, it's relatively small. It's only worth like 1 or 2 big companies listed in NASDAQ, right? So when at the growth, I believe that, which is third part of the question, I believe that regulation will follow up from international. They have the travel rule. They want to push the rule, the basic rules, KYC and AML rules to the local government, but the local government reacts slowly because most countries they're budget driven, right? But proper regulation, I believe, is good for customers because they have some basic protection to the customer, which is a good thing. But I hope it doesn't come too soon. If the regulation become too severe, it might kill this industry in a baby stage, and it will kill lots of good innovation ideas. That's a thing that we don't want to see. And also blockchain provided the freedom of financial, right? A lot of people, majority of people, actually they use their own clean money to invest, right? They're not drug dealers. They're not like they're not hackers, right? Majority users are regular people that they pay taxes regularly, they pay taxes honestly, right? They just want the freedom that they can transact their values if they travel around, if they have kids study abroad, and right, if they want to invest foreign assets easily. So that's a blockchain try to build this dream to reality for them, right? So that's my basic opinion about this regulation stuff.
Yeah, and I agree, Jack. It's the innovation that we're seeing in exchanges, new financial products that are coming out, integrating with blockchain, are great for the industry, and I think it's a step forward. So as long as that regulation doesn't get too severe and it's there to protect users, then I think that it's for the best. So great answer in that. Now with Phemex, you guys are continuing to grow. Are you looking for additional team members or just more customers and community members? And how can they learn more and get involved?
Yeah, so we operate globally. So we're located in Singapore, but we have team members in Europe. Federico is in Italy, and we have American employees and other countries, China and Singapore as well. So this it's so we communicate through Zoom, and we organically growing, and this is naturally. So we're always looking for talents. And I think we just doubled like in 1 or 2 months. So based on the business needs and the customers is very important. And we currently have globally, I can't remember, I lost the count, 10 to 20 customer agency helping us. So this is where we will keep doing this much better. In North America, that people hate to call banks, right? They transfer it to a robot, and we have lifetime chat, and our statistics shows that our average customer service is only 10 minutes duration, and we pick up the conversation less than 30 seconds. So
Wow.
which is much better than the traditional banking system, right? In the future, maybe we'll provide phone calls for some local service if we need to wait the quality of the service, and that can even better. And I don't think anyone provide that, but that's something we're thinking about.
That's great, Jack. Well,
In terms
go ahead.
of investing, yeah, investors, yes. So we finished the pre-A series in the end of last year, and we have a good cash flow, and we're trying to expand more and try to support more countries legally. And that's something we need to look into. That we want to have some local partners to help us to build the business and keep up growing. So that's something we don't have a timeline. We don't have a specific evaluation yet. But that's something we will look at, keep reviewing every month. So that's something we think about it as well.
That's great. Well, congratulations on the growth. It sounds like you guys are growing exponentially. So props to that. I will leave the links to Phemex down in the description box below for the viewers. That's all the time that we have for the interview, Jack, but I really appreciate you coming on. All the best with Phemex, and let's follow up in the near future.
Thank you very much, Ashton. See you next time.